Hello friends, how are you doing all? I hope you're doing great. So I sat and thought that for a long time I did not pass any chapters. I'm not particularly in a hurry with this matter, and today I decided to go through a new chapter for myself. We will go through the chapter with Helix. I will take the Hell of Sword from my hand so that it will be easier to go through the bosses. I will also definitely take pets with me. Later I will tell you why. The chapter that we will go through today is 31 of the normal mode, and will be the first attempt to go through this chapter. Well, the first impressions. The most important thing that good skills fall out. I understand that I have enough attack and health to do that. To go through this new chapter is interesting what the developers have done for us. So guys, if this video was interesting and useful for you, be sure to subscribe to the channel. So soon we will have 500 people, can you imagine, on this channel? And this is the first milestone to 1000. So I need this score, guys. This is very cool. Thank you all for your activity. So now friends, a little bit about the chapter. In my opinion, it reminds me very much of chapter 23. If you remember, it was released with such a hero as Aquia. It would be symbolic to go through chapter 31 with Aquia also. You must agree with this. The mobs are very familiar to me, so I know how their mechanics works. And it will be much easier for me to go through it. So when we have completely new mobs, it becomes not so easy to pass and you need to suffer a little. I always wanted to say that chapter 31 consists of 20 floors. Every second floor will give you bonuses. When it was believed that so-called chapters with waves are the best for farming things and gold. Now, as for me, things has changed. The chapter is quite dynamic and not very complicated. So friends, the skill that you get also play a very important role. If you get skills such as multiply shot, double arrows, elastic walls, diagonal arrows, take these skills. It will help you a lot in this passing of this chapter. There are also those skills that will help you a lot to get through this chapter. This is Bloodthirstness. This is straight up. You should take this, that's for sure. So since I pass Helix and in his own range, this is simplifies the passage. We smoothly moved on why I use Helix for new chapters. Well, now let's go through the things that I used a little. Well, the first in Hail of Sword, this weapon is rightfully considered one of the most powerful in the game. It is ideal in close combat and with such skill as diagonal arrows, it turns any bosses or mob into meat. It helps a lot here. Also friends, the Hail of Sword performs very well from a distance. Of course, if you don't have Hail, then you can pick up a side and go through such high chapters. I remind you that the side has its own headshot skill when the mob is low on health. This fire helps in difficult chapters where mobs have a lot of health. Okay guys, now I wanna tell you about the rings. We stopped on good rings now. And the rings that I used are balls rings. You know already about them. So I have already recorded a video about the top rings. I will leave the link under the video so you can watch it and just put your likes and comments under this video. So if someone has not watched it, be sure to look it. I tell you about which rings to use. So I won't say much here, everything in video, just click on the button and watch this video. So now, in terms of armor, until recently many considered the golden breastplates to be worst thing in the game, but as soon as developers introduced the mythical gradation, the breastplates became on the top of the bows for passing and for playing PvP. So in addition to the fact that the golden breastplates gives us protection against damage, it also after you take damage for the next 2 seconds. And the damage is significantly reduced, and that's not all breastplates still deals fire damage to enemies that are close to you. This is very strong breastplate. Well, guys, if you don't have a golden breastplate, then use Clock's Shadows. It will also go very well. Your passage will be more comfortable with this Clock's Shadows. Oh, cool, armor. There are many alternatives for armor also. After the developers corrected the golden breastplate, they all became very cool. So, friends, remember you can always find an alternative, no matter if it's armor or weapons. Everything in the game becomes playable. Something is better, something is not. Everything depends on you. So, now, guys, let's talk about the medallions. All you know these things. Why Bloodthirst Medallion, you will ask? I will tell you. Mob friends hit pretty hard, and there is a high probability that your health will go away very fast and quickly. But as soon as your health drops below 25% of the current one, your health will be restored. We can say that's such a built-in bloodlust. For an alternative to this medallion could be an angel medallion. You all know about him also. You will have more, an extra life. It won't be complete, but still it might help for you. Let's talk about pets. I noticed one important topic. If you take a shot at the head, then it also spreads to the pet, so they become indispensable for passing chapters, especially new chapters that you don't know yet. And most importantly, which heroes are very subtitle for the passage of this chapter. I will say this: it can be any heroes that you have well pumped or that you like more. So guys, we finished the last waves of mobs and see what kind of boss awaits us at the end. It seems to me that this will be iconic boss. Now the main thing is to see how much gold will fall out and what boss will be. Let's do it and watch it roll. Yes, that's exactly what happened for me. This boss is familiar with the skills that we received. I think I'll pass easily. In the meantime, we're already approaching the end of the passage of the chapter. With skills not so lucky, but the chapter is very easy to pass. I don't know if it will be so easy to pass on heroic mode also. In terms of gold, in principle, it's not bad enough. But you all know the passage of the chapter of the normal mode is not very relevant now, since the bloodsucker stones do not fall in this mode, and it's not so good. So the next chapter that comes off to us is 32, and it's kind of boundary because these are some bosses. It will be very interesting to go see how it is. I will definitely show you my walkthrough of this chapter. Thank you all for your activity and see you soon, guys.